Hey guys, this is Dion here with Your Guitar Academy, and in this lesson we're going to be learning the chords for Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. So I'm going to give you an example of how I would potentially play this song if I was playing it on a gig, including some cool soundscape ideas, as well as talk about what the actual chords are that we're playing. So grab your guitar and let's get going. So this song is in B minor / D, depending on the which segment of the song we're in. Let's take it through the verse chords first. So we start with a lovely B minor chord. So I'm using my A minor caged shape. So that's with the bar on the 2nd fret there across the A to the E strings. And then nice, if you're familiar with bar chords, you should be okay with this one. So that's our first chord. We're on that for 1 bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then nice open A chord, 2, 3, 4, and then we're on a G chord. Okay, so now that we have this little sort of passing chord as well. So B minor, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, and 2, and. Okay, what this is here, this is called a D over F sharp chord. So that's what's called a slash chord. So a slash chord is when you've got a certain chord on top, but then the bass note is different to the regular chord. So in this case, it's a D over F sharp. That's an F sharp in the bass there that I'm grabbing with my thumb. As you can see my thumb curling over there. This chord happens quite quickly. So remember, it's 1 and 2 and. Literally on the and, it's like half a beat. And then we go to an E minor chord, 3 and 4 and back to the B minor for 1 bar. 2, 3, 4. So let me pop some drums on. I'll play through that for you. I'm just gonna go a touch slower, down to 60. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's repeat. So you can hear it's a really nice, very pleasing chord progression to play. In terms of, any sort of rhythm to it, you don't want to be too crazy with any sort of like strumming or anything like that, because this is quite a sort of textural song. There's not a great deal going on rhythmically with the guitar. One thing that you can do, I've got a cool sound dialed in here, and if you've got a volume pedal, you can actually get a bit of reverb on the go and do something like this. And that's just an option, so you can see there that it's a very kind of wet sound. I've got some tremolo on there. I've got some quite heavy reverb on there. But that's just an example of some of the fun stuff that you can do with songs like this when there's a lot of space involved in the song. And yeah, I was just using the volume pedal there to swell into the chords. So I would strike the chord on the guitar, and it's essentially acting as if, if I was to do it on the guitar, that sort of sound. So I hit the chord, then bring the volume up. I'm just doing that simply with my foot there. So yeah, that's something you can try if you'd like. Okay, on to the next section for the chords. So this is where we hit the D chord. Okay, it goes something like this. Nice open D chord. 2, 3, 4, and then to an A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another little passing chord here. Oh, what was that? Another little passing chord here. 2, 3, 4. So this is a G over B. So you can imagine this as an open G chord, okay, but with that root note removed. So this is now our bass note, this B, this second fret on the A string here. So again, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and it's 4E technically. It's one of the 16th notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4E and C, 2, G, 4, and then D, 2, 3, 4. So that whole section sounds something like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, now the A again, 2, 3, push C, 2, G, 4, D. Now with the drums, 2, 3. Now with some swells. That was a C, sorry. Getting distracted by my swelling. Now A. And there we go. So just a little recap of those sections. Okay, so we got the verse part. I'm going to do this with the drums as well. We've got the verse part. I'm just going to play through the whole thing now to cover all the chords in the tune. So, first section. Go to the chorus part. And there we go. So that covers all the chords in this tune. And again, because there's so much space, don't be afraid to experiment with some effects and some volume swells and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's just a really quite a relaxing song to play along to. So I hope you have fun with that one. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.